of my favorite things about going to a 76ers game? It's the song. You know, the one, the 1, 2, 3, 76ers, that one. But with LeBron James and Jaylen Brown joining Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, and Joel Embiid, there's going to be so much more than just a big three out in Philadelphia, because you see this behind me, right? The Sixers, their projected starting five averaged a staggering 120 points per game last season, actually more. Only the Nuggets and the Heat scored more points as a team in a game last season, so that's wild. But you know what else is kind of wild? Look back at this. You see this photo, right? This is of LeBron James. You see him there back in 2001. But the guy next to him, that's where the runner-up to LeBron for Ohio's Mr. Basketball voting was none other than the new 76ers president of basketball operations. Yeah, over there, that's Mike Gansey. And while Gansey, he's not going to need any time to get to know LeBron, our Kevin Negandhi took him to get to know Philadelphia a little bit better.
Mike!
What's up, man?
Welcome to Philadelphia.
Thank you, thank you. Very excited to be here.
It's your first week officially here in the city. I thought, what better way than to have a proper cheesesteak?
Let's do it, man.
You ready
I'm
for that?
excited. Very
All right, let's
excited.
go.
Let's go.
How did the Jaylen Brown trade go down? What were the Celtics initially asking for?
Well, you know, obviously Jaylen's a huge piece to them, so, you know, they were asking for a lot, and, you know, I think we did give up a lot in this deal. You know, Paul's still a really good player. We gave up some valuable picks, but, you know, Jaylen Brown was, you know, finals MVP, second team All-NBA, you know, one of the best players in the NBA, so, you know, they were rightfully to ask for a lot.
So the wheels are in motion. You get Jaylen Brown. What kind of role did that move have in landing LeBron James?
Yeah. Without getting Jaylen, I don't think we get LeBron. You know, obviously Jaylen's one of the best players in the league, and to get him onto the roster with Tyrese, with VJ, with Joel, and then some of the free agents we got, obviously, before all this, it changed the game for us.
Take us through the entire LeBron process. You're on the phone with him. He's on the phone with Bob. He's on the phone with ownership.
Yeah, I mean, you know, obviously after the Jaylen trade, you know, LeBron was still out there, and we just said, hey, let's try to put a full court press. You know, like everyone reach out, you know, sell him on Philly. I think if he comes, you know, he could be the missing piece, and we could be really good.
What was it like for you waiting? What was that process like?
It was exciting, nerve-wracking, you know, because you're like, at some point it's like, man, just make a decision, you know, but obviously we wanted to give him his space, which he rightfully so deserves, and you know, obviously we're very, very excited that he chose us, and, you know, if he waited as long as he could, but I'm just glad he's a 76er.
What was it like when you got the phone call?
I get a text from Rich, you know, with our group chain, with our ownership, Tyrese and Bob, and he said, Sixers it is, congrats. And I was like, whoa, you know, and it was a surreal moment. So a moment I'll definitely remember forever.
LeBron's role here in Philadelphia, what will that be on this team?
I mean, you know, LeBron's a connector. That's the one thing about him. He fits every role you possibly can. You know, he's going to elevate everyone in the whole building. I know that much.
How do you see Joel fitting in here with LeBron?
It's funny, you know, when LeBron was maybe a possibility, I went back and watched some of the Olympic tape, you know, with him and LeBron. And those two played pretty well together. So I think Joel, it's like we have so many different options. You know, I mean, any given night, anyone can be the guy. So I think once we get clicking and get gelling, it's gonna be fun to watch.
And by the way, the cheesesteaks.
We are here.
They're here. My man Joe. What's up, guys?
All right.
I can't wait.
Go.
And a pizza.
Oh, this is big time.
This is legit. It's just perfect. What do you think?
This is excellent.
It's fantastic, but it's not as good as your off season so far. Mike, thank you very much.
Sixers.
Yeah, we see what you did there, Kevin. We see what you did there. You know, there's a lot to unpack, and not just the fact that my in-laws would be so. I've never had a full Philly cheesesteak. I've had like a bite of Philly cheesesteak, but I think we're going to be spending a lot of time in Philadelphia. But one of the things that stood out to me was Mike Gansey saying that Joel Embiid is extra motivated here. What does that look like? I know you've been speaking to people around the organization, Dave.
Mike took the job in May, right? Took over for longtime president of basketball operations, Daryl Morey. One of the initial conversations he had with Joel was Joel telling him, I want to play a lot of games next year, and I want to get back to the all-NBA version of Joel. And obviously, the motivation has only spiked since adding LeBron to the 4. Part of the conversation that Joel was having with LeBron and trying to recruit him there was telling him, I'm healthy. And you can see from the images, clearly he's shed weight. Like, he's been in the gym a lot. And this is a huge season for him. Really, this is in my opinion, the biggest opportunity he's had since the Sixers added Jimmy Butler in 2019, where they were one bounce away from the conference finals.
Right.
Of that Kawhi Leonard shot we all remember. Now he gets Jaylen Brown and he gets LeBron James, and guess what? The sand in the hourglass is getting less and less for his career.
Right, because he's always been a player that his body has always said, you know what, that there is a shelf life here. That's just the reality for the 2023 MVP. And I think, David, that we have talked about this as hinging on Joel Embiid and his health. Do you see the 76ers season, that being what the crux of it is?
Yeah, that's why I think Joel Embiid is looking at the most pressure of any other player in the league right now. The most pressure, because this 76ers, all the things that people worried about, there's too many people, too many guys trying to score, there's enough basketballs. I'm not worried about that at all. This season is all about Joel Embiid's health. If the 76ers bow out in the first or second round, for me, I think it'll be because Joel Embiid was not healthy enough come playoff time. Like, this team has to figure out the balance of not playing him too much in the regular season, but having the chemistry so that come playoff time, they can have him playing as healthy as he can in May and June. And if they're not, I think the only thing that is holding them back from winning from being in that conversation of possibly winning a championship is Joel Embiid and that health.
Well, one, I'm a Jim Steaks guy, so I like
love
Jim
Jim's.
Steaks.
Yeah.
But I did think what they did getting Adam Bona and Huck Porty, I think I'm saying his name.
I think you got it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that helps.
Helps Joel.
It helps the Sixers because they got so many superstars that could score and take up the scoring when Embiid's on the bench. And I'm like, let's treat him like Robert Horry. Save him for the playoffs.
But
right?
there's a balance, right? Because you have to play a certain number of games together in the regular season so that the chemistry exists.
But you don't have to play him big minutes. Use some Nelly ball. You know, get him. He's typically around 31 minutes. Maybe late 20s is good for him, just to ensure that when the playoffs comes, he's at his best.
NBA,